You know that feeling when you are driving home from a day out and suddenly you are at your doorstep with no memory of the drive? What happened? Where did the time go? I used to live like that, constantly on autopilot, rushing through life. But then I discovered something so simple, yet profound. It changed everything. And I want to share it with you. First, let me paint a picture. Imagine you're at a friend's house. You're having fun, laughing, maybe playing a game. Time flies and soon it's time to leave. As you say your goodbyes, you think, I'll send a quick text on my way home. And that's when it happens. Your mind is suddenly back in the car, starting the engine, pulling onto the street. Before you know it, you're 2 blocks away and you haven't seen or heard anything since you left. That was me for most of my life. Days would pass, and I'd realize I hadn't savored a meal, truly listened to anyone, or even watched the sunset, because my mind was always somewhere else. My life was on fast forward, and I was missing it. One day, amidst the chaos, I stumbled upon something counterintuitive. Instead of trying to do more, be more, I started practicing doing less, being more present. I'm not talking about becoming a Zen master overnight. I'm talking about small shifts that had a ripple effect. For instance, I began paying attention to my breath. You might think, big deal, but in that moment, it was revolutionary. When I focused on my breath, I felt anchored to the present. The constant what-ifs and worries faded away. Breathing became my anchor in the storm of my thoughts. Over time, I developed a habit of checking in with myself throughout the day. Where am I? What am I doing? It sounds basic, but it shattered my autopilot existence. Suddenly, I found myself noticing small wonders like the vibrant green of leaves after a rain shower, the sound of wind chimes down the street, or the intricate details of a cake I was eating. Life, with its subtle beauty, was right there all along, and I was finally seeing and experiencing it. My journey to presence began with a quiet revolution within my own mind. I started to challenge the relentless chatter. Every time I caught myself worrying or planning, I'd ask, is this serving me? Is this thought helping me right now? If the answer was no, I'd gently redirect my mind to the present. This wasn't about ignoring my responsibilities. It was about being intentional with my energy. I learned to distinguish between productive worry and destructive worry. And guess what? Most of it was destructive. By quieting the mental noise, I created space for clarity, creativity, and peace. So you might be thinking, okay, great for you. But my mind is a constant whirlwind of to-do lists, deadlines, and random worries. How do I tame it? Well, here's the good news. You don't have to wrestle your mind into stillness. You just have to notice when it's wandering and gently guide it back. And don't worry, you won't go insane from all this introspection. In fact, you'll find yourself making better decisions, being more engaged, and feeling less scattered. Think about it. Wouldn't you agree that the biggest source of stress in our lives is the constant chatter in our heads? That relentless loop of past mistakes, future worries, and comparing ourselves to others. Well, when you learn to quiet that inner critic, you unlock a sense of calm that's magnetic. People around you will notice a shift in your energy, and chances are they'll gravitate toward you. And here's the secret. It's not about emptying your mind. It's about filling it with intention. Instead of letting random thoughts hijack your peace, you consciously choose what occupies your mind. Maybe it's a hopeful vision for the future, a funny memory that lifts your spirits, or a creative idea you're excited about. When you fill your mind with what matters, there's no room left for negativity. Imagine waking up in the morning and the first thing you see is this video on your screen. Maybe you paused it to watch again because it resonated with you. Or perhaps you shared it with a friend who could also benefit from these insights. Whatever the case, the fact that you're here watching means that you're already on the path to presence. And for that, I'm genuinely happy. Now I want to share something personal. I spent many years seeking external validation. I thought that success would bring happiness. So I chased promotions, awards, and public recognition. But no matter what I achieved, there was always a nagging question, is this it? Looking back, I realized I was on the right track all along. I just didn't know it. I was searching for presence outside myself, chasing mindfulness instead of practicing it. The irony was that in my pursuit of more, I was missing the point of life entirely. The more I accumulated, the emptier I felt. And it wasn't until I started valuing stillness that I found true satisfaction. The most surprising benefit of this journey was the newfound clarity about my purpose. In the silence, I heard my inner voice more clearly. I realized that my passion lay in inspiring others to embrace presence and quiet their internal noise. With that clarity came a surge of motivation and energy. It was like removing fog from a lens. Suddenly, my path forward felt illuminated. I could see the steps I needed to take, the actions I needed to do. And here I am, sharing my experiences with you, hoping to guide you towards your own moments of presence. But here's the crucial part. Presence doesn't have to be a solitary practice. It's a shared human experience. You can bring presence to your interactions. Really listen to your friends. Ask them thoughtful questions and give them your full attention. When you enter a room, notice the people in it. Make eye contact, smile, engage. Bring your full self to the conversation. Presence is contagious. When you bring your awareness to your interactions, you create a ripple effect. Others will mirror your attentiveness. Soon you'll be part of a community that values depth over superficial chatter. As you embark on your own journey of presence, remember that it's a practice, not a destination. There will be days when your mind wanders far and wide, and that's okay. Just acknowledge it and gently guide yourself back. It's not about achieving perfection. It's about progress. Celebrate the small wins, the times when you pause, breathe, and choose to be present. Those are the moments that add up. Here's a final thought. Presence isn't just about finding stillness in the chaos. It's about embracing the richness of life. It's in the laughter, the connections, the challenges, and the growth. It's in every moment, whether calm or chaotic. And guess what? You have everything you need to embrace it right now. You don't need to wait for the perfect conditions. You don't need to escape to a remote retreat. Presence is right here, waiting for you to turn toward it. As we wrap up our time today, I invite you to become an active participant in this community. Share your thoughts, experiences, and insights in the comments below. What does presence mean to you? How has it impacted your life? Your stories have the power to inspire others, so don't hesitate to contribute. If you found value in this video, hit that like button. It helps spread the message to more people who could benefit from this message. And if you haven't already, subscribe to stay connected for more videos like this. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and presence. May your moments continue to be filled with awareness and richness. Until next time.